Hello students, this is third lecture on current electricity, and in first two lecture already we have learned the basic part of the current electricity, like what is current, what is drift velocity, small terms you have defined, then resistance, resistivity, the dependence upon temperature, all these things we already have done. Okay, so in this lecture we will be learning the combination of the resistances. Okay, I mean series and parallel combination, and later Kirchhoff's law also. Okay, let's start. So these things already you know, and they are very simple also. Still I am writing them. So let's write first series combination. Okay. So when resistances are connected in series, means like this one, back to back connections. So these resistances are called connected in series if they are connected like this way to a battery, right? Okay. So everyone knows that when resistances are in series, the current flowing through will be exactly same. So what's the most important thing about series combination? Same current, right, flows throughout all resistances, right? No? Yes. So in series what happens? Same current will be flowing through the all resistances, right? Okay. Then the potential that we supply battery is divided among these three resistances V1, V2 and what? V3. So potential is what? Divided, right? Right. So net potential is what? Simply V1 plus V2 plus V3. It doesn't matter how many resistances you have divided among them, right? So the resistance is, we know that resistance are connected series, current flowing is same, potential is divided, but potential divided how you want to find potential of each. So we will see that in series what happens. So watch carefully. In series, okay, because look here, what is potential general formula? V is equal to I into R, correct? Current flowing through all people is same, yes, same. So forget current, then potential and resistance is what? Directly proportional, right now. So potential is divided in proportion to what? Resistance of these people in series. So potential across any resistance is proportional to its what? Resistance. V will be proportional to what? R, correct now? It means suppose you want to find that how much potential ratio here, like what is potential V1 ratio, V2 ratio, V3 ratio, this will be equal to what? Like R1 ratio, R2 ratio, R3 ratio. Potential is divided in proportion with what? Resistance, okay, because current flowing will be same. Okay, suppose you have just two resistance alone, okay, and you want to divide potential them, then how you divide? Suppose I am writing here, suppose this is one, this is another connected battery of potential V, this is R1, R2, here saying potential V1, V2, correct? What is V1 then? V1 be equal to what? That resistance R1 by R1 plus R2 total resistance into what? Total potential, simply. Same way V2 will be what? R2 upon R1 plus R2 into what? V. Another way also can write, this also can write like this way. How? What is potential here? Current into resistance. You can also write I into what? R1. We watch carefully. What is I? V by total resistance. That's called current only, right? This also can write I into what? R2, right? Okay. Then net resistance. Everybody knows how to write net resistance, right? What is the answer? Net resistance series RS is equal to what? R1 plus R2 plus R3 is added, right? All resistances get what? Added, correct? So remember that net resistance is always what? More than the any of the maximum, right now? Yeah, because all resistance are added, so net resistance is always more than what? The biggest resistance you have individual resistance, okay? Yes. So these things you know actually, okay? Then if I talk parallel, then what happens? Parallel means they will be connected like this way. There's a one resistance, another resistance, and they are connected to some potentials of V. Resistance R1, R2 and current will be different I1 I2, right? Yes. So in series current is same through all resistances, right, in series, but in parallel potential will be same. So potential is same, correct, for the resistances which are in parallel, right? So the resistance which are in parallel, 2 resistance, 3 resistance, or n number of resistance they are in parallel, then the potential drop across each resistance will be exactly same, right? Okay. Then what is divided? Current is divided, right? Current is divided in parallel, right? Now current divided, like here what is divided? Potential divided, right? And how current divided? How potential divided? Here potential and resistance are proportional, but here you watch carefully. Look here, potential is what? I into what? R, correct? Here potential is same. In say parallel, potential across here and here is what? Same. Then current and resistance become now inversely proportional. So here current and resistance are inversely divided. Okay. Yes. Correct. So how divided? Suppose these two resistance you want to find I1. Then what is the answer of I1 current in this branch? Opposite resistance means R2. These shortcuts are very helpful here. What is the resistance in this branch? So sorry, what is current in this branch is opposite resistance means that one by total resistance R1 R2 into what? Total current. Watch it. Current and resistance are what? Inversely proportional. The resistance which has less value, there more current will flow, obviously, right? Okay. So you want to find I2, same way. What is I2? R1. Current in this branch is opposite resistance by total resistance into what? Total current. You can write like this way, right? Okay. Then net resistance, everybody knows. Net resistance is what? We write inverse addition. 1 by Rp is what? 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. It goes on, right? Yes. Here the final resistance, net resistance will be even less than the smallest resistance, right? Now here the final resistance will be the bigger than what? The biggest individual resistance, right? Yes. And here you can write in shortcut also for this. If two resistance are given, then you can write Rp directly what? R1 into R2 upon what? R1 plus R2. You can write like this way also, okay? For 2 more than 2 you write like this, inverse addition, okay? Yes. Dividing current into 2 branches I wrote here, okay? So inversely proposed to what? Resistance, okay? So here we get the idea of short circuit also, right? Now short circuit means if some wire is connected, like we are talking about short circuit. Short circuit is always connected in what? Parallel, right? Now suppose you have this a resistance, right, and you connect a wire in parallel, okay? This is a battery and some resistance here to make current flow 10 ohm. This is a 10 volt battery, this is 10 ohm, this is what? Wire. So this wire has zero resistance connected in what? Parallel. Already I told you current and resistance are inversely proportional in case of what? Parallel, right? So current want to go in a path of what? Minimum resistance. If some path has zero resistance, then all current will flow through that zero resistance path. So that path is called short circuit then. So this is a resistance and wire connected of zero resistance. This has 0 ohm. So what will happen? All the current coming I here, no current will go in this branch. All current passes directly through here. So this is called a short circuit, right? Yes. So short circuit because in parallel current want to go in a path of what? Minimum resistance, right? Now so minimum resistance means zero resistance, so all current flows through here. So this is called a short circuit. So no current flows through what? That 10 ohm, right? Okay, this also understood. So mainly what you have to do here, simple, we have to solve the questions where we have combination of the resistances, series and parallel combinations will be given and we have to simplify them, okay? So I'll discuss few example with you. Let's first discuss some general questions with you, then I'll talk some special questions, okay? General questions, okay? Based on this, okay, we have to simplify them using series and parallel combinations, okay? Okay, let's see first question. This that question will say that find net resistance always, okay? Find net resistance of the given combination, okay? So first question like this one, suppose this is one resistance, another resistance, another resistance. Okay, we have to find net resistance between A, B terminal. This is resistance R and R. Okay, how to identify this? Okay, the simple example I'm not giving to you, like generally which you can see something in series and something in parallel, you can solve them by yourself. Here done this already. Okay, so if you cannot understand some questions that I'm talking, okay, that whether they are series and parallel, then how you'll do? Like this question directly, if you cannot understand that whether there is series, parallel or not, or it's not, then what you will do? You can redraw the circuit. So I'm telling how to redraw the circuit and understand. Okay. Okay. Suppose how to redraw. Okay. Something called what? Redrawing circuit. Okay. How you redraw circuit? Look, yes, find how many total terminals are there. Okay, this is terminal A and this is a wire connected here. This terminal also A only. Now look here, this is connected by a just wire of zero resistance, means this terminal also what A. This point and this point and this point has what? Same potential, right? Now because this is a wire only, right? There is no resistance in this path. Suppose I connect resistance here, then this potential will not be same. Okay, then look at this point B, this point also B only, just wire, and this is connected by a zero resistance wire at this point. So this also what? B terminal only, right? Correct. So in this whole circuit you have just two terminal, what? A and B. So you should understand that all of them are parallel. If you even don't understand what you will do, you write two dot. This is terminal A, this is terminal B, third terminal also there, write C. Then look here, where is R connected? This resistance connected between A and what? B. So it's connected what here? R, right? Where this connected, this resistance between B and A, means same only, here only connected. Yeah, this also connected R here. Where this connected, A and what? B, means also connected what? Here only. It means that all these three resistance are connected in what? Parallel, right? Now, so parallel means what is the answer? Yes, so 1 by Rp, shortcut if you know is okay, 1 by R1, 1 by R1, 1 by R1, so Rp becomes what? R by what? 3. So let's discuss this shortcut, that if similar resistance are connected, right, same, let me write here also, if similar resistance you have in series, right, similar resistance, similar n resistance, okay, n number of, then what is the answer? Total resistance R is what? N times of the R, that's all. Like two resistance of value R and R. What is the answer? You say 2R. 5 resistance R. What is the answer? 5R. So directly you can do. Same thing here also. So it's important here actually. If similar, okay, similar resistance, similar N resistances, okay, connected in parallel, right now, then what directly answer? Rp is equal to R by what? N. That's all. Two resistance of value like 5 ohm connected in parallel. What is the answer? 5 by 2. Okay. 10 resistance connected of each value 5 ohm. What is the answer? 5 by 10. That's all. Okay. This is shortcut directly. If similar resistance connected in what? Parallel. What is the net resistance? Resistance of any one by what? Total number of the resistance. Okay. Simple. So that I did here. So this is called what? Redrawing. Okay, if you don't understand that whether they are series and parallel, then you can redraw the circuit. Okay, suppose I modify this. Okay, same question, we are understanding how to redraw. If you don't understand series and parallel, then what you do? Okay, suppose same question I redraw like this way. Okay, this is A terminal, this is a B terminal, and the question remains saying that find the net resistance. Okay, now again we will confuse that whether who is series, who is parallel, right? Okay, so what we will do, again we will redraw the circuit. So let's find how many terminals we have. This A, that terminal also A. So now is connected by a resistance. So this terminal is not what? A. Here potential here will not be same. Okay. So this terminal B, this is connected by a wire. So this terminal also B. So this is another terminal. Let's call it what? C. Correct. Okay. Now what we will do is this. You write 3 dots. A, B, dot C. Okay. Yes. Now look here. Check one by one where they are connected. Okay. Okay, let's check where this resistance connected between A and what B. So it's connected what here, R. Okay, where this connected B and C, so it's connected what here, R. Okay, this is also done. Where this connected C and B, C and B means here only, so parallel to this resistance, so it's connected what, R here, correct. Now what is remaining, this one remaining is connected between A and what, C. Between A and C means parallel to what, this all, like this, because this was your C dot, that's what your B dot, and that was what your A dot, right. Now it's easy to see, correct. R and R in parallel, correct. R and R in parallel, so R by 2 in series with that R. So this is equivalent, you can draw like this way in terms of two resistances. This is A, that's what, no, actually I did a mistake here. We're finding a resistance between A and B terminal, right. So I did small mistake, let me clean this once more. So actually listen carefully, because the finding, they say question is saying that find rate resistance between A B terminal, okay, A and B. So you write your first dot here and last dot here, any other terminal coming you put between them, like C here, okay, because you're finding resistance between A and B terminal, okay. So right at the end, other terminal coming like C dot there, you put in between. Now look here, first once more I have marked them. Once more, let's solve one by. This is between what, B and C, so you put B and C, this is R, correct. So this also between B and C, this also you put what, here only, okay, done. These two are done, okay. Then look here, this resistance between A and what, C terminal, so it's connected what, here, this is also coming, and this last one, this is connected between what, A and B. A and B means it's what, here, like this. I think it's same picture only, but still always what you do, the last two terminal where you finding like A and B, there you put what, always on both sides. Then any other terminal coming like C, D, something you put between them, okay. Okay, so now what is the answer? Simplified circuit of this R and R in parallel, so R by 2 plus this R in series, so this becomes 3R by 2, and down we have another resistance, that's also what, R. These two are in parallel, right. Okay, so what is the RP answer? R parallel, multiplication of 3R by 2 into what, R, and what, addition of them to 3R by 2 plus R become what, 5R by what, 2. So 2 guys, R goes, so what is the answer? 3 by 5 of R, or you say 0.6 times of what, R. That's your net resistance of this. This is called redrawing, the first trick to solve the questions where you cannot understand that whether given circuit is series or what, parallel. Simple circuit, if you understand, there is no problem. So I'll give example where you directly you can understand like series and parallel. Okay, this is what, redrawing method. Okay, let's discuss some more example now. Okay, these are the few examples based on just series and parallel, okay, and short circuits. Then I'll talk some specifications like infinite series, then our Wheatstone bridge. Okay, so let's do these questions first. Okay, so watch it. Every question will say find the net resistance between A and B terminal. Okay, in all questions I'm saying. So let's see this question first. These are the A and B terminal, and we have to find net resistance of this combination. So let's solve this step by step. See from this side, 3 ohm and 3 ohm are in series, that becomes 6 ohm. Now this 6 ohm and this branch will be in parallel. Okay, this terminal they are meeting, this terminal they are meeting, right? So these two branches are in parallel. 6 and 6 are in what? Parallel. So if you remove this and write equivalent here, then what you can write this as what? 3 ohm. Correct. Now what, same thing, this 3 ohm and this 3 ohm again in series, they become 6 ohm. This 6 ohm and this 6 ohm are in parallel, so you can remove this branch and write equivalent as here 3 ohm, right? Again same state, 3 ohm and 3 ohm are what, in series, correct? So they become 6. Now this 6 and this 6 again become in parallel, so you can remove this, all this, and you just write here what, 3 ohm. Now this 3 ohm and this 3 ohm are again in series, 6 and 6 and this 3 are in what? Parallel. So net resistance, if you want to write RAB, it's 6 into 3 upon 6 plus 3 is what? 9, which is what? 2 ohm. That's your net answer, right? Series and parallel. Okay, let's see next question. Again, this question remains same. Find the net resistance between A and B terminal. A terminal here, B terminal here. There's some C and D they given. Okay, watch carefully. You finding between A and B. Current start from here and goes toward B. So these two resistance, no current will flow because these are open circuit, right now. We finding between A and B. Okay, current start from A and goes to B, so no current can flow in these two resistance because they are open circuit, right? So these two will forget them. Suppose I am asking between A and D, then no current flow through this resistance and that resistance, keep in mind they will be open circuit. If I ask between A and D, if I ask a resistance, net resistance between A and B, A and C, then no current flows through this resistance and that resistance, right? Hope you are understanding this. So right now we are finding between A and B. A and B means no current flows through these two guys, forget them, no current will flow here. Now it becomes simple, R. 3 are in what? Series. Okay, this was also something, I don't know, 3 are the writing something value, okay, and R. So look here, this R, all three resistance are what? In series. So what is net resistance? 3R. Now this 3R and that 3R becomes what? Parallel. So what is the answer when you simplify all this? It becomes simply what? 1.5 of R. Now all these three resistance are in parallel. So your net resistance between AB is what? R plus 1.5 R plus what? R. Correct? Yeah. 2R plus 1 is what? 3.5 of what? R. Clear? Okay. Let's move on to the third question. So in this question they're saying some resistance connected in series. How many series? Up to what? N number of resistance connected in series. What is the net resistance of all these? Obviously what? N times of the R, right? In series. Then R up to N connected in what? Parallel. So what is the equivalent of all these resistances? R by what? N. Similar resistances, N number of resistances connected in parallel. What is the net resistance directly? R by N. Now these two becomes what? In series, means like this one. Equivalent of this we calling NR, equivalent of this we calling R by N, right? This is terminal A, this is terminal B. So what is the net resistance of this? Obviously you have to add NR plus what? R by N. That's your net resistance. Done? Correct. Okay, let's see question number 4. So this circuit is given, finding again same question, find resistance between what? A and B. Okay, so watch carefully, these two are in series, R and R in series. What is the answer? 2R. Now this branch and this branch are in parallel. Here there is no resistance, only a wire. So this is a short circuit toward that branch, right? Hope you understanding, like these two people are like this way, right? 2R. This is a wire only, just wire. So this is a short circuit, means no current flows in top branch. Okay, this is a simple circuit, right? So just R and R in series. So resistance between A and B is what? Simply what? 2R. Done. Okay. Okay, moving to fifth question. So fifth question says that watch carefully. They are asking what is net resistance. So look here. This terminal and this terminal are same thing only, right? This terminal and this terminal are same. This terminal and this terminal are same only. What's the meaning of this? If these 2 points are same like here, these two are in parallel, these two are in parallel, and these two are in parallel, right? Yes. So what do you do? Remove this internal triangle. 2R and R in parallel. So answer become R by 2, R by 2. Here also become what? R by 2. That's all. Now this R by 2 are in series. So net becomes R. There R and R by 2 are in parallel. So what is the answer of this? R by 2 divided by what? 3R by what? 2. So this goes all here. What is the answer? R by 3. That's the net resistance of this circuit. Okay, simple. Okay, move to question number 6. So question number 6 is about short circuits again. So watch carefully. Look at this. Solve this. R and R in series 2R, but there is wire over them, right? Short circuit. Correct. So no current flows through these two resistance. You can remove these from the branch like this way. No resistance. To R and R in series, then there is short circuit over them. Okay, so this is not a short circuit because R and these three resistance, then there is a branch here. So this is not a short circuit. Okay. So what you do? Look here. Here nothing is there, just wire only there. This is a wire. That's all. You watch these two resistances carefully, right? Look at this terminal, you can same as that terminal only because nobody is between them. So these two resistance are series. Again, there is short circuit over, this is a short circuit over them, right? Yes, parallel to what? These two guys. So no current flows to these guys also. Now look here, forget that, right? Now watch carefully. This is simply wire only, straight wire. You can connect like that way. Now this wire is short circuit to what? That resistance R. So that resistance also gone. So what is remaining? Just this resistance on remaining. So the net resistance of this circuit will be just what? R. It's little confusing. I'm giving little difficult questions. NEET exam they ask even easier than these. Okay. Yes. So I hope you're understanding this. Okay, so now I will do the special questions. So 3-4 type of special questions we have. One is for infinite series questions, then based on Wheatstone bridge questions. Okay, so I'll discuss this. Let's see first this infinite series. Okay, infinite series, GP series, all we doing in every chapter of physics. Like first let me do this question. This type of question, like they did not ask in NEET exam yet, but they have asked in AIMS exam. Okay. This type of question I do first. This is an easier one, and this type of question I'm doing in every chapter. Okay, there is GP coming always. You have to find the sum of the GP. So look at this 8th question first. Infinite number of resistances of each value R, 2R, 4R, 8R, and 16R. It goes on connected in what? Parallel. Find the equivalent resistance. Resistance are connected in parallel. So what is net resistance? We say 1 by Rp should be equal to 1 by, like R1 means R, 1 by R2 means 2R, plus 4R, 8R. It goes on till what? Infinity. Correct. This you want to simplify. So what you will do? 1 by R, you took common, so you got 1 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 8. It goes on till what? Infinity, right? You want to add this series, infinite series. So what is sum of infinite GP? A upon what? 1 minus R. And this thing I am doing in every chapter of physics, right now. This formula is coming all the time. So what is sum of infinite GP? A upon 1 minus R. A is called first term, R is called common ratio. This series is every time divided by what? Half, right? 1 by 2, 1 by 2 multiplying. Okay, multiplying, sorry, 1 by 2. Yes. So what is A here? 1. 1. What is R here? Common ratio. So half, 1 by 2. Every time multiplying 1 by 2. So 1 by 2. This becomes what? 2. It means what is the answer? 1 by Rp is equal to 2 by R, or Rp should be equal to what? R by 2 ohm. That's your answer of this question. Okay. Yes. Okay. This type of circuit type of questions, we have to use some logic, okay, and approximations. So this type of question they have asked only in AIMS exam, okay, not in NEET. Still, let's try. Look here. What you have to do? Watch carefully. Some number of resistances are connected, okay, of some value. Let's write all these values. Something is given and it's infinite, extending till what? Infinite. They are asking what is net resistance between A and B terminal, right? So what we doing? Watch carefully. Here we have to do leaving, you look from this side, okay, you look from this side, this is your phase, okay, leaving this loop, what you can see from this side, okay, this loop, everything you remove them, okay, you remove them and write some equivalent value to them, okay, remove them and connect a resistance. Let's call that value R. What do you want? This is R, okay. So Rx something, okay. Yes, or R equivalent something, okay. So the all these resistances that will till infinite, we call them as sum as what? Rx, and we connected this in parallel with this, okay. So this is Rx is sum of all these infinite resistances. Now what we do? We calculate this much part alone, and sum of this part is also equal to what? Rx only. Because Rx is actually sum of what your infinite resistances. If you are adding these 2-3 more, it doesn't affect the answer. So we take the sum of this much part and we call it equal to what? Rx only. So let's find. How you will find? Look, Rx and this R are in parallel. So what is net resistance? Rx into what? R upon Rx plus what? R, right? The parallel. Now they are series with what? This R and this sum of these two and these R becomes what? Series. So plus 2R. Now this is what? Sum of these, correct? Now this is complete. Is equal to what? Rx only we have to say. Rx was sum of this infinite number of resistances okay, then I'm adding these 2 3, so equal to what? Rx only, because it will not affect your answer. Now this you have to simplify. Here always you get what? Quadratic equation. Okay, so let's simplify this. You're getting Rx into R, then we'll get here, so 2R into Rx and 2R plus 2R square is equal to what? This term come here also, Rx square plus R into what? Rx. Okay, I think this term you can cancel here. Okay, so now we're getting this Rx square minus 2R into Rx minus 2R square is equal to 0. So you always will get a quadratic equation here like this one. Now this you can find the root from here. You will know your Rx value. Rx is your unknown value, right? So if you want to simplify, you can simplify like minus b plus minus root b square minus 4ac. This formula you have to use and simplify that. I am not doing it here, but I am telling the procedure what you will do. So infinite series given, remove everything and call them equivalent to some Rx or R days, whatever your choice, and connect in parallel with the remaining circuit. This one loop should be there alone. Okay, now you simplify this, and this answer of this also calling equal to what? Rx. Okay, then you will get Rx, we will get a quadratic equation, and you have to solve this. That will give answer of what? Your Rx. Okay, done. Yes. So this is infinite type of questions. Now you have to give 2 or 3 more special type of questions apart from these general. Okay, let's do them. Okay, so few more questions based on Wheatstone bridge. Okay, Wheatstone bridge I will be teaching next topic actually, but basic I think you know. So that in Wheatstone bridge we have 5 resistances connected in bridge format, and we know condition that if ratio of P by Q resistance is equal to R by S, right? Then what do you say? When you say that current flowing to the fifth resistance, middle resistance is what? Always 0, right? Yes. So working of this and how this comes, that I will teaching next topic, next lecture. Okay, I am using this principle only, that if the resistance ratio like P by Q branch is equal to what? R by S, then no current flows to the middle branch. Okay, so look here, these are the examples. Suppose you watch example 1 carefully, you see that nothing is series and parallel here, right? There is no series, no parallel. But if you see 5 resistances, then try to see there are what? Wheatstone bridge. Okay, look here 5 resistances are there, 1 2 3 4 5. This is a terminal A and this is your B, correct? So watch carefully, this is like P Q R S and this is your middle resistance G. Now watch carefully, ratio, look, 10 by 5, that's what? 2, and 20 by 10, that's also what? 2. It means this condition is what? Satisfied, right? Satisfied means no current flows through what? This branch, correct? So this whole branch itself will remove from here. No current flowing, that resistance you can remove from the circuit. Now this look very simple. 10 and 5 are in series, 20 and 10 are in series, then they are in parallel. So this circuit is equivalent to what? Simply like this way. 15 ohm here, and this is what? 30 ohm here. We finding net resistance, so these two are in parallel, so that RAB will be equal to 15 into 30 upon what? 45. So what is the answer? 10 ohm. That's all. Okay, yes. Okay, let's see next example. So here also see that nothing is series and nothing is what? Parallel. You cannot find any series parallel combination here, because this is also Wheatstone bridge. So how to visualize Wheatstone bridge? Wires are always flexible, you can turn and twist them. Okay, so what you do, look here, first 1 2 3 4 5 resistance are there, so you should have doubt that this is a Wheatstone bridge. What you do, pick this end of the wire, wires are flexible, and put on what? This side. Pick this end A and turn on this side, means how it will look. So if you turn, it will look like that way. These two resistances will come here. This is what your end A. So again looking like a Wheatstone bridge format. All values are given RR, P by Q, R by R, R by S. Yes, same. So no current flows through again this branch. This is a middle branch. Now again become very simple. 2 R and R in series, R and R series, then they are in parallel. So 2R, what is R equivalent? Maybe just R. 2R and 2R in parallel. What is the answer? R. Okay, so you have to identify if 5 resistances are there. If you cannot see series parallel, then you have to identify. Look at this question now. It's a combination of both. First series parallel combination, then what? Wheatstone bridge. So watch carefully. All resistances what? R values, keep in mind all. I am not writing here, but all are what? Resistance R. So let's simplify that. You can see some series and parallel combination here. How? Watch carefully. Look here. You see these branches, like this one complete branch here. There is no resistance in this vertical line, right? So this point, that point, and that point, these all are what? Same point only, right? So you simplify this. How you will simplify? This resistance and this resistance are in series. Sorry, parallel. This resistance and this resistance, because one ending is what here. This end and this end are same only. Correct? And same thing, what this guy also, look, 1, 2 and 3, they all are in what? Parallel. R and R parallel, because one ending here, this point, this point, this point are same. So I am removing these two guys, all these are removing. So I am putting here what? R by 3, this along. Same thing here, 1, 2, 3 are in parallel, remove them and write equivalent resistance of what? R by 3 here. Done? Yes. So if you watch carefully now here, look here, these values are this is R, these are R by 3, this is R, that's R, that's R. There are two Wheatstone bridges together here, okay, not even one. They are given two Wheatstone bridges. How? If you look at the top part, top 5 resistances, right, P by Q, R by R, this is what? R and S, this is middle resistance. And you look at the lower part, this branch is common, it could be okay, common, right? This resistance P by Q, R by S. So there are two Wheatstone bridges, okay, yes. So they are balancing, this condition satisfied. So this branch you can remove and this branch also you can remove. Now this is your simple circuit, 3 branches just in parallel. So this is equivalent to what? Look here, on top branch R and R, so just 2R, and middle branch R by 3, R by 3 means 2R by 3, and down branch also what? 2R. That's what your A and B terminal. 2R and 2R becomes what? Like 3 things you can solve. First 2R and 2R in parallel, what is the answer? R. R and again 2R by 3 in parallel, so you can simply write Rp is equal to R into 2R by 3 upon 5R by what? 3. This goes here. So what is the answer? 2 by 5 of what? The R. This is your equivalent resistance. So here 2 Wheatstone bridges in one picture itself, okay, and one branch was common. Yes, it could be, okay. Okay, then look at this problem, Q problem. Yes, okay. So what happens in Q problem? There are 12 resistances connected to the 12 branch of this 12 sides of this cube, okay. All values are same. Then they ask you 3 questions here, that find the resistance across any face diagonal, body diagonal, across any side. 3 possible questions we have, and we solve this question using Kirchhoff's law. So when I teach Kirchhoff's law, I will solve this. Right now I am writing directly, which you have to remember. So, okay, which you have to remember. Okay, suppose they ask 3 questions are possible for this. First, 12 resistance are connected to 12 sides of a cube, right now? Yes. First, they ask resistance between any two nearest terminal, or you also call side, any side you can say, okay, across any side. What is the resistance between any two nearest, like A and B? This is what one side, or you can call B and C, this is also side. What is the resistance across, like A and B? Correct. Once more, this question is very important, and how we solve this, how the answer we getting, we can do after learning only what? Kirchhoff's law. Right now we don't know Kirchhoff's law, so I'm just writing answers, you have to remember, okay. Any side, like this is side, okay, this is side. What is the answer? 7 by 12 of the R. R is the resistance of any one, right now, which are all identical and similar resistance of each value of R. And what is the net resistance across any branch AB? What is the answer? 7 by 12 of the R. Next question, they ask you across any face diagonal. Net resistance across any face diagonal. What is the resistance across any face diagonal? Who is the face diagonal in this picture? We can call point B and point D. This is a face diagonal, right now? Yes, so across this what the answer comes, like in this picture I can R, B and D, this is a phase diagonal, okay. So if you want to find resistance between these two terminal or these two terminal, any phase like this terminal, that terminal, these all are what, phase diagonals, right? How much it becomes? It becomes just 3 by 4 of the R. So these, all these things which you have to remember actually, okay. Okay. Third, a net resistance across any body diagonal. Hope you understand the difference between body diagonal and phase diagonal. Like this is a phase diagonal, this is a phase diagonal, this is a phase diagonal, body. Like body here you talk, then B point at that point, I don't have name, so let's talk A point and what D point. This is body diagonal, it passes through the center of this body, right now? Yes. So in this picture, like AD, that's what your body diagonal. So what is the answer in this case? Sorry, 5 by 6 of what, R. So these values you have to remember directly. It will help to solve these questions, okay. They did not ask NEET exam, but they have asked an AIMS exam, okay. Okay, so I discussed many type of questions based on Wheatstone bridge. Wheatstone idea will be more clear when we learn this topic in next lecture, okay. And let's say this type of question, when you're changing the shape of the object, generally they say a wire is given to you, the wire I turn into a triangle, a circle, okay. Very easy question they ask. I gave a little difficult here. First look how they ask easy to us, that I discuss here. Some wire is given to you, length L, okay. This wire I turn into triangle, they say, right? This is a triangle. Wire I turn into triangle, this is a resistance R, length L, okay, equilateral triangle. Then they ask like what's the resistance across any two side, like the side A and so, this is what terminal, okay, across any side. Wire of length L, resistance R turn into a triangle. So you have three sides. What's the resistance of each side? R by 3 equally divided, because equal length, resistance proportional to length. So three parts we have, resistance equally divided. So what is net resistance now? So simple, these two branches are in what, series, right? So that resistance becomes 2R by 3 with parallel with what, that branch, right? So what is the answer? Net R by 3 upon, like you add them, so how much will become? 5 by 3 of what, R, right? You can cancel them, you will get some answer, correct? Yes, are you understanding what I am saying? Wire is there, length L, resistance R, turn into an equilateral triangle, right? Then they are asking like what is the net resistance across any two terminal, right? So three parts we have, resistance divided equally, R by 3, R by 3, R by 3, okay? So these two are in series, then they are in parallel with what, that resistance. Same wire is turned into a circle, suppose like this way. Then they ask what is the net resistance across the diameter, right? So this wire of resistance R we turn into a circle. So this resistance of top part is R by 2. That's what also what, R by 2, right? Half. So resistance also divided half. So these two resistance simply what, now in parallel. So what is net resistance? Obviously R by 4, right? R by 2 are in parallel. R by 4 is the answer, right? Like this is simple type of questions. I made little difficult, so watch it here. Okay. How I ask question? A wire of resistivity given 10 power minus 6 ohm per meter, okay, resistivity given, is turned into form of a circle of diameter 2 meter given. Here resistance not given, resistivity given, resistance per unit length, okay, and diameter given. A piece of the same wire is connected as diameter. Find the net resistance now. So wire we had, they turn into a circle and they tying another wire at this point also. This is A, this is B. So now we have actually three resistance, not only two. Like in this case, wire you turn into a circle, you have two resistance, right? Turn into a triangle, you have three resistance. Okay. So you turn into circle and we tying this across what, diameter also. So this is one resistance, this is another resistance, this is what, another resistance. Three resistance in parallel we have. You give name, this R1, R2 and what, R3. Now we need to know what's the value of them. So look, very easy to find. Resistivity given, which is what, resistance per unit length. If you know length, you can find resistance. So what is R2? Look here. Resistivity is 10 power minus 6 into what is the length of this much piece of wire, radius R, that will become 2R. What is the answer? 2R. 2 times of radius. Radius, what is given to us? Look at diameter given 2 meter, radius becomes what, 1 meter, right? This is given to you. So this 2 ohms becomes simply 2 only, right? So this becomes 2 into 10 power minus 6 ohm. This is the resistance of this piece. What is the resistance? R1. R1 and R3 will be equal because half of his, right, semicircle both. So resistivity is 10 power minus 6 into length. Length of this much piece is what? Pi r, right? Semicircle. What is the answer? Pi r. R is what? 1 meter. So this answer will be pi into 10 power minus 6 meter ball. Now these three resistances are connected in what? Parallel. Three resistances are connected in parallel, so I am finding net resistance 1 by Rp is equal to this 10 power minus 6. I am not writing, I will write later. At the end I can put, okay, so that calculations are simple. So I am writing just 1 by 2 plus 1 by pi plus 1 by what? Pi. Three resistances, okay, R1, R3 are equal, this much, and this is what your R2. So if you simplify this, you will get like 2 pi, you take LCM, right? 2 goes 1 times of pi remaining. Pi goes on remaining 2 plus 2 become 4, right? Okay, this much 1 by Rp. So what is final answer? Rp is what? 2 pi upon pi plus 4 into 10 power what? Minus 6 ohm. Correct? 10 power minus 6 I am putting at the end, okay? Okay, so these were all the questions based on what? Combination of the resistances, okay? Hope you understood them. So you can practice from exercise 1 completely till this topic, and if you have any doubt, please mention in the comment. If you need more example, if you're not understanding yet, I can discuss more example. I'm giving little difficult questions because just to understand only. An exam they asking very simple questions, okay? So this idea will be more clear when we learn what? Next topic, which is what? Kirchhoff's law, okay? Till then, thank you so much. Have a good day.